Yeah, the adventure starts 24 hours without any food. So last I have ate was 2 o'clock yesterday. It is now 12:30, so in an hour and a half it will be 24 hours with no food. And the challenge is, if I don't spearfish any fish today, I'm not eating until tomorrow. So no food for me. So it's definitely to hunt those fish. It makes me hungry. My stomach is completely empty, so it just gives that extra drive in the water. Let's get fish, otherwise no eating, and it's not going to be fun. So it's almost 24 hours yet, haven't eaten, and if I don't shoot anything, I'm only eating tomorrow. Let's get dressed, geared up, and get in the water. I'm getting hungry here.
Taking these 2 dives, I've seen the water is so green and the current is really strong. This wasn't good news for me, for being desperate for shooting fish and hungry for hunting. So this is on the second drop in this green water. One can see the current moving so strongly. I looked over my shoulder to the right and I saw a small school coming in, and I thought, you know, to start the day I need to land at least a fish in this dirty water. So I took my shot. Knowing that I landed my first fish for the day, I knew I can eat today. So I continued with the approach in the dirty water and try to shoot more bigger sizes in the school. The trick here also is with bigger schools of fish, is the bigger size fish is always in the outer realm of the fish. So all the fishes close to you and around you is the smaller sizes. You always want to look behind those fishes for bigger sizes and maybe a bit lower, a bit higher and more in the distance. In the beginning of our dives, it was really hard locating the fish because the water was really dirty and I couldn't see where the fish is located easily, and needed to make dives after dives to locate them. I was more just observing and wanting to spot where the fish is located, and in this dive this fish was just randomly hanging in the middle of the water. So I was on my way up again, and then I saw him coming out, and that is when I took my shot. Can just see a lot of fish, but a lot of small fish, and we are interested to hunt the biggest. That's why spearfishing is really very selective. So that's what I'm doing here in the scalp. I'm trying to hide myself and I'm observing all my surroundings, where I can locate the bigger fish, and the longer you stay quiet and hidden, the bigger fish come out. That was a super long shot. Like I mentioned, the bigger fish is always in the outer sides of the bigger schools. When I say bigger schools, it's like in quantity of fish on the outer realm, and this was a nice long distance shot of him hiding in the distance. Just a little example dive of going down and kind of being flat on your belly on the reef, and try to avoid that mid-air 1 meter off from the bottom. Being more low to the bottom creates you more camouflage and also creates a more curiosity in a fish to come see you out. But if you are hovering just a meter off the bottom, it's easily to spot you, to see what I saw, and just to leave, especially the bigger fish. It was a whole circle, and I tried to move in a circle motion. It was the school of fish was just circling all around me, and it was something incredible to experience, especially with the species. Normally you get like schools of 6 and 10 of them, but to be circled by them in amount of like 60 to 80 of this fish around you, and you know there's some proper decent size in these schools just hiding themselves. It's something beautiful. Sometimes you really have to be patient at the bottom to try to observe and see where's the bigger fish and which one is the biggest one in the school. And when you have located that, you take your shot. Here it's, of course, I needed to eat and I need to get a couple of fish, just see which one was the biggest one out of it and take my shot. Sometimes if you go just to shoot 1 or 2 fish, then you can have more patience, but my goal here was to shoot my 10 fish. And every time I dive and I am in a big school, I will observe the whole school and take one shot on the biggest fish I can find. This one was just a treat. With this big hottie, I was still observing the schools and it was just gliding in front of me saying, hey, how's it? And what a treat. The trick with currents and strong currents is not to fight it. When you're at the surface, you position yourself where you want to dive, keeping in mind the current will push you down. So you swim up surface beyond, dive down and make sure that the current push you downwards where you want to be. And you must take your time and patience and hide yourself in the kelp, in the bamboo. Do not fear bamboo to think you'll get stuck in it, but bamboo is your friend in regarding to camouflaging yourself and making yourself more interesting for the fish and the bigger fish to approach you. There in the distance, I can see it's coming out. I'm gliding in, taking my time, long shot, pull the trigger, boom. Oh, what a shot. Really happy with that shot. Oh, pretty decent sized fish. Can't be more happy with that distance shot. Back in the kelp, camouflaging, observing, looking, seeing the smaller fish here around. What is there? There's almost like a hole effect. Oh, here's one just passing by me. Look how sneaky it is. Left, right, going left again, taking my time. No, maybe, yes, no, maybe there's a bigger one, maybe. No, bigger one spooked away, going back to him again. Oh, here he is still wanting to jive me. You see how he's turning left, right, sharp. Just as he turns sideways, you take your time and you pull the trigger. There we go. You've got it. So sometimes, like in that cases, you can really mess up and mess your fish, but we still landed it.
Oh my, the GoPro went flat, the battery died, and just as I was in the fish. So the water is 12 degrees. We were diving here, the water is really dirty. It was hard to get the fish. We located, and we got the school where I was there under the water, and it was at least, what, Chris, 30, 40 fish just circling, maybe even more, just circling us. Then I got to a certain place where it was this hole. I wish I could have shown you this hole, and in this hole, every time I dived in this hole, there's just one bigger hottie than another, and I'm just shooting out of this hole, going up, putting the hottie in, going back, shooting in this hole, putting it, and it was so much fun. And we're gonna pull in now. I'm gonna show you the fish now. Make sure you subscribe if you have not yet, and let's see this fish that I shot. This bag is almost full.
That's a wrap for this episode. We'll have a continuation of this video on the next episode. If you have enjoyed the video, consider liking it. And if you loved it, subscribe to our channel and put on the bell notification on so you get notified and be the first viewers to view our new videos. And we'll see you on the next CLadventure. Take care. Thank you for watching.